Hello, Brickdark here, and welcome to my review of the LEGO Harry Potter Hagrid's Hut Buckbeak's Rescue, which has 6 minifigures, 496 pieces, and retails for $60 in the United States. So the first minifigure is Hagrid, which does use the newer system. And this is the same version that comes in the Great Hall, so it's nice to get him in a cheaper set. Now, if you're not sure how Hagrid works, he has these longer arms that attach via Technic pins to his main body. Then he has some short legs that attach to that body as well, and then the head just attaches as normal. He does come with a lantern in, I think that's a black. It might be like a shiny black or something, but it doesn't look, it looks too dark to be gunmetal gray. And if you don't know how these lantern bits work, it's just the new piece and then a cylinder that slides into the middle. That appears in a decent amount of Harry Potter sets, so it's by no means exclusive. He does have his beard, which underneath has a very weird expression. It's the same expression found in, I think, all the Hagrid figures, and I think they should have at least given him a bit of a distressed or sad expression, because Buckbeak is about to be killed in this scene. Or so he thinks. But that's about it for Hagrid. Here's the Executioner, which, I mean, that's pretty dark to include in a Lego set. Yes, Buckbeak doesn't die, but still, this guy's whole purpose is to kill Buckbeak. They do have an interesting build for the axe, where they use the normal axe piece and then a rollers or an ice skating piece to give it that bigger look, because it is a very large axe. He's got some nice robe detailing on his torso, and now he does suffer a bit from the curse of the pale skin, which I mean works alright. He's not exactly like, he's quite pale if I remember correctly, but it still looks kind of off with these really fleshy tones, and you have this like really pale skin. It just looks kind of off in my opinion. Here's the Minister of Magic, Cornelius Fudge, and this is a pretty cool figure to get. He is exclusive like the Executioner. Has a simplistic torso print that may come in some other sets, I'm not too sure. Does have a black bowler hat, and then an expression that I would say does fit the character or the actor. Not too much else going on with this figure, but it is nice to get him in this set. So here's Ron Weasley as he appears in his Prisoner of Azkaban outfit. This version is exclusive to this set. He does have some grey mid-legs, a simplistic torso print, but it does match what we see in this scene. He has the same hair as the last one, which is Luke's hair in red. On one side he has a disgusted look, and on the other side he has like a more sincere smile. He also does have the wand piece, which you can position to have him cast spells. This also appears with Hermione and Harry. The Harry figure is one of 2 figures in this set, not to be exclusive. This version comes in the Expecto Patronum set, which I reviewed a couple days ago, and also the Night Bus. So this is the most expensive set he comes in. He does have some tan mid-legs, as well as his jacket from Prisoner of Azkaban, which does look pretty good. He also has the scar, which you can just about see up there. And he uses the same hairpiece as the years 1 through 2 Harry from 2018. On the other side he has an angry look. And yeah, that's it for Harry. Now, here's Hermione, and I have mixed thoughts on this character, because it looks everything like the character as she does in the scene, with the nice exclusive torso and this hair. But that face does not look like Emma Watson at all. It just, there's something about it. She looks too old. And she has freckles as well. She doesn't really have freckles. I don't know. They also use this face for the 2020 sets, so that'll be fun to talk about. She has an angry expression on one side and a content expression on another side. Blue mid legs. There's the time turner, I believe, right there, or it could just be a normal necklace. That's it for Hermione. Also included in this set is an updated Buckbeak, who is one piece except for this middle bit, which is just a couple of plates and clips. You can move his head up and down to have him bow, and that's a very nice feature, and this head is molded very well. The printing looks absolutely fabulous. Then he also does use, I forget what they're called, but the shrinking little blue thing from Fantastic Beasts. It uses those wings in grey, which I think is a much more useful than the hot pink it originally came in. You can have a minifigure sitting on his back. You can have Harry ride him, which is pretty cool. A very nice piece, but also probably one of the reasons why this is $60 when it should probably be $50. But I'm fine because this Buckbeak is absolutely amazing. There's two main builds, Hagrid's hut, and then a little pumpkin patch that Buckbeak is waiting in. This is the first incarnation of Hagrid's hut to have this second part of the hut, which I do really like. They do use some stickers like this one right here and over here to show that it's overgrown, but they also do use these smaller branch pieces in an olive coloring, as well as just some little stick bits. They aren't attached the most securely, but they should be relatively stable where they are. Now you do have some nice bricks designs, and I like how it's asymmetrical when you're building it to give that more of that overgrown look. On the front you do have a sticker for the door, and you also have a different sticker for the back door, which I like that. They could have just used the same sticker, but no, they decided to change it up just slightly. There is an interesting studs knot on top technique used to build this little canopy. And then on the inside, it's open at the back like most other sets to keep consistent. And you do have some chairs as well as some supplies hanging from the top, as well as in the back there you can see his pink umbrella. These can be easily detached, so you could sit figures down easily, which I do like that aspect of this. On this second side you do have a chest, which inside contains a chocolate frog, which that's always a nice piece to get. Once again, it can attach very easily to where it was. Then you do have this little desk, which has the Boy Who Lived print, which does come in a couple sets, but it's not that common, so it is still nice to get. And there's also a little build for a candle in this side. There, got it back. Now you do have a broom, as well as the little egg in the first movie where he is helping Norbert, I believe the name is, come to life. And there is a play feature with this where if you push down on this, it lights up. There's a light brick right there. They do use a pretty interesting technique to get it in. And I think this is one of the cheapest sets to ever include a light brick, so that's nice. Not too much else going on. I do like how they build the roof, where they use just some interesting clipped parts to get the shaping right. There is some gaps, but it's very hard to avoid those when building something like this from not circular pieces. Not too much else going on with Hagrid's hut itself, but let's take a look at that little pumpkin patch that Buckbeak rests in. This little pumpkin patch isn't quite as big as it is in the movie, but that's fine, because that would have bumped up the price. Now, there is a little play feature where you can undo the chain around Buckbeak's neck and have him be free. It's an interesting little build. It's a little bit tricky to get it around his neck, but it's not too big of a deal. With Buckbeak removed, you can see they do use some interesting leaf pieces, using these root pieces to connect them. And you do have some different builds for pumpkins, including this new-ish pumpkin piece, which you get 4 of in this set, which is very nice. You also get some blank orange minifigure heads, which is also nice. You have the pillar, which the chain is attached to. But yeah, there's not too much else going on here, and I have to say, it does look pretty vacant without Buckbeak in there. The box for this is, I think, like a $50 box size, but this set is $60. Now, because of good old COVID, they do have these stickers on that have the piece count for the American boxes, which is a cost-saving measure, so they only have to make 1 box, because this is the European box. You can kind of see under the sticker when it's really close. It does say the name, but it doesn't have the price count, which I find interesting. They do have a couple other little stickers, just kind of around, as well as the barcode sticker. But yeah, it's just kind of an interesting measure that LEGO has taken in these weird times. The instructions do have an ad at the end for the other ride release. Come on. Ride release 2019 sets, which I own all of, or they're coming on the way, except for the Horntail, which is probably something I'll end up buying in like a couple years. But it also shows how you can connect them, which is interesting because they retcon the positioning of the clock tower in the astronomy tower instructions, which I just find kind of interesting. So overall, Hagrid's hut is the best Hagrid's hut we've gotten this version, and it's also a very nice way for people who want to experience some Harry Potter and Hogwarts magic in LEGO without buying the expensive Hogwarts sets. This set's only $60, whereas the cheapest Hogwarts set is $90. It's not including the Room of Requirement, because I don't think that's supposed to attach to Hogwarts. You get probably one of the most memorable sequences of Prisoner of Azkaban, being the time travel sequence. And you get an amazing Buckbeak. You get 4 exclusive figures, which is always a plus. And it's just a very nice, well-rounded build. Some people might have preferred it if it went all the way around and it was fully enclosed, but that would have been inconsistent with what they have decided to do for these new Harry Potter sets, these reborn Harry Potter sets, I guess you could call them. And so I find it better to keep it consistent with the other ones than to have it fully rounded off. So overall, this set gets a 9 out of 10. It's a very nice set. You get awesome figures, and I do highly recommend this, especially if you like Prisoner of Azkaban or if you want a bit of Hogwarts magic, but you don't want to buy Hogwarts. That's it for this video. See you guys later. Peace.